So I'm getting ready to go speak on a panel in Dallas at SMU. I'm speaking for Art Boost. It's a annual creative conference for creatives. Creative conference for creatives. It's an annual conference for creatives where you can do a lot of networking. I know that for sure. And you just get a lot of insight. Like I went a couple years ago, the first one, I think, which was in 2023. And I didn't stay too long, but what I did learn was insightful. And I ended up seeing some of the people that I saw at that art boost later in the year. And it was like, oh wow, like, or I knew them already or something. Like, it was really cool. It's a lot of good networking and you learn a lot too. So I'm on my way there. Got the bun. You see it. Got the bun. My nails are done, but I'm getting them popped off tomorrow. Not popped off. We're not doing that in 2025. I'm getting my nails taken off tomorrow, soaked off. So yeah. And then yeah, I'm gonna come back. I got some meat thawing, which I put it in the sink earlier. I'm gonna put it in in the fridge. So when I come back, it's not like super room temperature, and then I'm not gonna eat it because it's room temperature. I don't know. I got trauma from eating stuff. Anyways, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm about to go ahead and head there. This means a lot to me because, like, literally 2013, I moved out here. I knew no one. And to be selected to be in this panel today, to be chosen as like an art leader and someone whose voice matters is really like, it's a part of the plan. It's a part of the dream. Like, I'm so thankful. So yeah, this means a lot. I'm still winning, still got wins coming in for the year, which is amazing. Oh, look at that. It says adventure awakens the soul. I got these lashes from a TikTok shop. And they have been like my favorite lashes thus far. I bought a pack of 65. I'm like, I'm good probably for the rest of the year, to be honest. But yeah, I'm on my way. I'm about to head that way now. I'm honestly wearing the dress that I was wearing in the ad that I posted. And I'm like, it's okay. I think the only difference is I have on pink socks. Peach, actually, they're peach socks. I'm like, why not stand out? Why not be silly? Like, why not? I'm just a girl. Now I'm playing, I'm a grown woman. But yeah, and then I got you see it, the green underneath. Yeah, I did.
People say you're Humpty, you're really funny looking. That's alright, cause I get things cooking. You stare, you grin, you're constantly trying to compare me, but you can't get near me. I give it more C, and on the floor B, all the girls, they adore me. Oh yes, ladies, I'm really being sincere, cause in the 69, my Humpty nose will tickle your rear. My nose is big, I'm not ashamed, big like a pickle. I'm still getting paid, I get laid by the ladies, you know I'm in charge. Both how I'm living and my nose is large. I get stupid, I shoot an arrow like Cupid. I use a word that don't mean nothing, like Luke did. I sang on Do What You Like, and if you missed it, I'm the one who said just grab them in the biscuits. Now I told y'all a little bit about myself.
I'm so excited.
I went to the side like my legs was broken, shaking and twitching kinda like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fiddle.
Ooh, it's warm out here. All right, I'm on my way and feeling cute, looking great. I feel so good. I need some water though. I literally have not eaten today. I just really didn't feel like it. But yeah, I need to look at these instructions actually. Look at the makeup. It's gorgeous. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm almost there. This campus is so beautiful. Literally, it's so gorgeous. Like, look at the grass. Like, oh my God. The grass is so nice. I'm super excited. The sun is beating me up, but I have on this NYX light glue. I have the primer and the spray on, and I have that good foundation. It's NARS, I think. Lancome. It's Lancome. And yeah, my face looks so good. And I have on Huda Beauty Kanochi Fibonacci. I don't know, something like that. I have on Huda Beauty as well. So yeah, look at the fades or look at the beats. And then I have Kat Von D on my eyebrows. Yeah, I feel very cute. I'm gonna see how this makeup holds up too with using the NYX. The other day when I used it, it held up so nicely. So this is only like my second time really using it. And the sun is beating down. I pray it ain't hot in this building, but yeah. This is me. Jean and Jerry Jones. That's where I'm supposed to be. Meadows School of the Arts. Panel is in 30 minutes. I got here at 2 o'clock. I have stuff to do. It's supposed to get here an hour early. I was like, I have stuff to do. I can't do that. But here we are. I'm here. Hopefully it starts on time. And hopefully it ends on time. Wow. Look at that. Very nice. Is there food or snacks?
There are some snacks back there.
This is the area I'll be speaking at. Yes, natural light. Hungry. Can you say ladies though? Yes, I'm so hungry. Okay.
Well, she was there actually. Imani, you knew where we were supposed to be, right?
Yeah, I walked in that way.
Okay.
I don't know where we are, but I'm going back the way we came and then going from there. We got lost. Let's see.
Dude, I was ready. I was like, I saw 4 chairs. I was like, we're gonna sit. We're gonna start talking.
That's
Yeah.
sponsored. And then there you are.
She's doing it organically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did it pop up for you?
Yeah, it did. You were number 3 on mine.
Okay. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna say top 3. I should be.
Why
we
is
can
it
do.
showing up differently for me?
Okay,
I don't know. Isn't that strange?
Okay. We can go ahead.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us. And that being said, I would love to introduce the incredible, the phenomenal Imani Black. So Imani Black is an award-winning curator, photographer, and documentarian based in Dallas with a strong record of success. After graduating from the University of North Texas, she dove headfirst into the Dallas art scene by producing a documentary titled Day with Dallas, where she followed the ambitious go-getters in Dallas released in 2019. She's produced photography projects every year since 2017. In 2022, she released her most notable photography project to date titled Imani's Cyber Fantasy. This collection explores an otherworldly view of Dallas through her camera lens with an emphasis on color and cityscapes. In addition to photography, she's curated numerous art exhibitions across the city. Most recently, she curated a group art show titled Cyber Dallas during Dallas Arts Month at Space at the Adults Tower Gallery in partnership with FG3 Fine Art Productions and Dallas College. An exhibition exploring the intersection of art, technology, and community. Through her curatorial work, Imani continues to champion and uplift fellow artists in Dallas, and her impact has been recognized with an advertising award with a banner and deep element celebrating her contributions to the local creative community. And by the way, if you Google Black Dallas photographer, she is in the top 3 results, so she is conquering SEO on Google as well. So, that is a hefty list of accolades. My question for you is, from your personal photography practice to curating new media art and galleries, you've always been making the art first, and then making the art work for you. How did you convert your art from free to paid, from passion to profession?
Thank you, Christina. So how I've been able to transition
free work to being paid for my creativity, it's just by putting myself out there and volunteering. If no one knows that you're capable of being a photographer beyond just Instagram, then how will you get a client? How will you get chosen and tapped to do these things in life? Early on, I've been active since 2017, and early on, it's like I did a lot of free work. I produced photo projects as well to put myself out there and just say like, hey, I'm a photographer for real. Like, I really do this. Here's my work. You can see it on my website, imaniblack.com, and you can see my work on my website. And over time, things have just transitioned to where it's free projects that I produce by myself to clients choosing me to produce their ideas and bring their visions to life. So a lot of my clients, or I have a few clients that I think we all know, which is one of them is the Cedars Union, the State Fair of Texas. I've also worked with Samsung, a lot of different nonprofit organizations and corporations as well. And so this came from producing those projects early on and just making myself known as a photographer in Dallas and even across photography as well, curating. I just said, hey, I can do this, let me do it. And I just put myself out there, just walking into bars. I walked into a bar called Trinity Cider, and I told them, like, I would like to showcase my artwork in here. I did that multiple times a year, or multiple times within about 2 or 3 years, and our relationship just developed from there. Then it got me a bigger art gallery space to curate. And that was just by saying like, hey, let me do this. Like, you want to do a community event? I have a way. Let's get a lot of artists in here and curate not just my work, but also their work as well. And then that led to Space at an Office Tower this year, most recently, where I curated Cyber Dallas. And that was from advocating for myself and saying like, hey, I can do this. Let me do it. I stayed on Frankie. Frankie is the space director. I stayed with him. I was like, hey, let me do this. Let me do this. And just being persistent, advocating for myself, and showing proof that I have a good following. People come out, people shop, people spend, people are interested in what I'm doing. It's really helped like produce a great body of work and a track record of success. And now, as Christina mentioned, we're in our self-moderating bag. I'm gonna read Lindsay's bio. Lindsay is an artist, wife, boy mom, entrepreneur, speaker, and educator who is passionate about revolutionizing the economy for creatives and artists. She began her career as an artist in her native Southern California as an actress, model, dancer, and athlete, and expanded her career into singing and songwriting during her 16 years in Nashville, Tennessee. During her time there, she held various roles on the corporate side of business, including advertising and marketing, sales, business development, artist management, and publishing for major institutions such as Sony, CMT, and Starstruck Entertainment, to name a few. She has had the privilege of speaking at Berklee College of Music, Folk Alliance International, CD Babies, that's a cool name, CD Babies DIY Musicians Conference, and multiple other workshops around the country. She is also the creator of the 6-Figure Music Business Plan, teaching students internationally and on the campus of State College of Florida. Currently, she is supporting business development efforts at Jewelry TV in Knoxville and launching a boutique marketing agency, the MKTG Studio, with Emmy. If y'all are familiar with Emmy, she helped put this all together. Is she out there? Oh, hey! My question for you, Lindsay, is as a performance artist and performance art advocate, you are very familiar with the challenge of proving the value of intangible art to audiences and clients. How are you able to build a case and communicate the value of intangible art and enable others to advocate for themselves?
So, I love this question. This is very near and dear to my heart because particularly if you're in an arts discipline that doesn't have a tangible product that you can say, here, I made this, now you can hold it and take it home. So, dance, music, etc. And we have these weird marketing things called social media that we have to somehow use to like showcase our value and showcase what we do. We were really like saddled, particularly with musicians, with this really weird situation because event. And I'd always say, okay, like, tell me who your favorite artist is. And someone would say, like, Michael Jackson. And I'm like, tell me the 3 things that you love about him. And typically, the first 2 would have nothing to do with the art. It would be about the person. And so I really like taking people through this kind of like psychological process of really understanding better that at the end of the day, it's the person behind the art that informs what the art is, right? So the more we can better understand our intrinsic value as people and what makes us us, the more we're better able and the more effective we are at communicating that value in these weird spaces like social media. So that was a really important pivot for a lot of the artists that I work with, particularly myself too. It's like, okay, like what are people really buying into when they want to come see something that I have created or something that I am creating? And part of why they want to come is because there's something about me that only I can provide. And that's something, it could be because there's something inspirational or aspirational about me, or there's something that someone deeply resonates with, or something that's like weird, and they're like, that's interesting, like I want to see more of that, you know, it can be so many different things. But that was really kind of like the foundational piece that we worked through as a consultant and with my own kind of process. It's like, all right, what is it that I really am offering at the end of the day? Because if I didn't have a voice anymore and I couldn't sing anymore, or if my hands fell off and I couldn't paint a picture or whatever that was, what would still make me an artist? You know, so did that answer the question? Okay. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the preeminent Meloriota Lucy. So Meloriota Lucy is an acclaimed visual artist, illustrator, and creative entrepreneur based in Dallas, Fort Worth. With her signature style blending modern edge, feminine cues, and intentional lines, Mallory has established herself as a powerful voice celebrating diversity, empowerment, and authentic storytelling through art. As a visual artist, podcaster, and live event artist with a passion for empowerment, representation, and storytelling, Mallory transforms events into interactive artistic experiences where audiences witness creativity unfold before their eyes. Her artistic journey, from carrying sketchbooks, I love this by the way, from carrying sketchbooks through school hallways to collaborating with prestigious brands like Martha Stewart Living, Disney Plus, Michael's Stores, and Laura Mercier, embodies resilience and creative rebirth. Mallory is the host of the Rough Concept podcast, where she takes listeners on a personal and inspiring journey through her artistic process. Each episode explores different aspects of creativity, from initial inspiration to finished works, while sharing honest reflections on challenges like self-doubt and creative blocks. The podcast also features conversations with fellow creatives, including authors, illustrators, painters, and designers who have influenced her path. With expertise spanning portrait illustration, lettering, and live event artistry, Mallory brings a unique perspective on creative expression as a tool for connection, healing, and business development. Her presentations blend practical insights with the transformative power of embracing one's authentic creative voice, leaving audiences inspired to pursue their own artistic journeys with renewed purpose. Now, you have obviously worked with some of the biggest brands and household names, so tell me what it's like, the whole process of securing a business contract like that, and what are some of the factors that artists should consider when they're working with really high-profile clientele?
All right. Oh, yeah. You hear me? I love to the way you read that. So I've worked with quite a few brands, and from the start, like just putting yourself out there and showing up on social media, I know the content, but the content is the brands and the clients. Like, how would anyone know that you are amazing at doing whatever it is that you do if you don't share with the world? So a lot of my clients came from social media. I even got a DM from, what was that, Philosophy. And I was like, did someone hack my account? But it was real, and it looks different every time. So you have your more structured processes with brands where they reach out. Sometimes you have to submit like proposed artwork or a rough sketch or concepts to them, and then they go through artists to choose and approve and move forward with the process. Sometimes they just want you, which is really awesome, and they want to hear your voice, and they want you to share your story with everyone through the work and with their brands, so they align so well with you. And sometimes it's just like really
So, how I've been able to transition from doing free work to being paid for my creativity is just by putting myself out there and volunteering. If no one knows that you're capable of being a photographer beyond just Instagram, then how will you get a client? How will you get chosen and tapped to do these things? And like early on, I've been active since 2017. And early on, it's like I did a lot of free work. I produced photo projects as well to put myself out there and just say, like, hey, I'm a photographer for real. Like, I really do this. Here's my work. You can see it on my website, imaniblack.com. And you can see my work on my website. And over time, things have just transitioned to where it's free projects that I produce by myself to clients choosing me to produce their ideas and bring their visions to life. So a lot of my clients, or I have a few clients that I think we all know, which is one of them is the Cedars Union, the State Fair of Texas. I've also worked with Samsung, a lot of different nonprofit organizations and corporations as well. And so this came from producing those projects early on and just making myself known as a photographer in Dallas and even across photography as well, curating. I just said, hey, I can do this. I told them, like, I would like to showcase my artwork in here. I did that multiple times a year or multiple times within about 2 or 3 years. And our relationship just developed from there. And then it got me a bigger art gallery space to curate. And that was just by saying, like, hey, let me do this. Like, you want to do a community event? I have a way. Let's get a lot of artists in here and curate not just my work, but also their work as well. And then that led to Space at Adolphus Tower this year, most recently, where I curated Cyber Dallas. And that was from advocating for myself and saying, like, hey, there's going to help me like purchase all of these cameras and equipment. So from that point on, I told myself I'm going to start a photography project, release it every year, and see where it takes me. And so I did that. I released it in 2017. It was called the Black Series, and the idea was like, my name is Imani Black. This is going to come out every year, so it's like a series of work. Um, I did that in 2017, and I also graduated from college that year. I majored in advertising, and I went and worked in an advertising agency. And it just wasn't the best experience because I was a fireball. Like, I wanted to be on the production sets, I wanted to be outside, I wanted to help the clients and everything, but I was the secretary. It was my foot in the door. So I was making coffee, planning events, doing a lot of other things other than what I went to school for. And I remember just being so hungry and driven to do more than make coffee. Like, I hated, I despised coffee at that time, y'all. Just to do more for myself. And, hindsight 2020, I understand why I had to start there because those admin skills are super important and I needed to start somewhere. But it was also the driving force in me being like, hey, I want to do more. So I'm going to do more after work since I'm not being fulfilled at work. So that's where I came up with the idea to produce a documentary. I was new to Dallas at that point. I went to school at UNT in Denton, and I thought Denton and Dallas were the same. Oh, call. I thought Denton and Dallas were the same at that point, coming from North Carolina beforehand. And then once I got the job at the ad agency, moved to Dallas, I realized, oh, this is totally different. And I know no one out here. And I thought, or I used Instagram. I reached out to people. I was like, hey, I want to produce a documentary. Are you interested in being a subject? I had like a list of like 40 people I wanted to interview and kind of produce this project of. But I only ended up doing 4. It was like a big undertaking to do like by myself at that time. But because I wasn't being fulfilled in my role or in my first job out of college, it just gave me the fuel to put something out there for myself. And doing that for myself ended up leading to this, really, like just continuing to produce work and show up and put out quality work as well, and just advocate for myself and let the work speak for itself as well.
Amazing. And then my artist origin story is that
Is I'm a very loud and proud type of person, so I can't help it. I'm just proud of who I am and what I've produced. And so just when I'm talking to someone, I'm like, hey, I think self-promotion, there's a fine balance for sure, because sometimes it is okay to speak about what you've done, but other times it's where you don't want to speak about what you've done. You just let the other person talk, or you mention someone else that you know in your network who you can connect them to. And there's a fine balance in that. But when it's like my time or if I'm advocating for another person or just listening, it's all important to me because relationships are important, people are important, and that's just really how you grow as a human and an artist as well. And then, of course, I'm not gonna lie, social media and having a website for sure. Having that digital presence is so important. I do branding or brand consulting work. And I had a client recently tell me they don't think they need their website because all their leads come through LinkedIn. I said, no, you still need a website, ma'am. Like, how do you know they do come through LinkedIn, but you should also have a website because what if you get a lead that's not on LinkedIn, but they Googled you and they found you? So definitely having a website as an artist is very important overall, and just sharing your work on social media. Just finished the speaking panel and it went amazing. I got these goodie bags. I got my content person. They did their Thiz Naive. So now I am heading home. Holy cow, that was amazing. Like, oh my God, it was so great to be able to like speak about myself, my work, who I is, who I ain't, not but who I am though. It was really dope. I really appreciated the opportunity. Really loved like listening to the other ladies as well because like there's just so much talent in Dallas. And this is just Dallas. Like, oh my God. Oh yeah, let me look at how this makeup held up. Oh, it held up so good. Oh, I love it. This is NYX Like Glue primer and foundation. Plus, who is it? Lancome Tant Idole or Tint Tant Idole. Anyways, the ladies, learning about them, it was so amazing. Like, I learned so much and it was so cool. And look, I have a badge. It says Imani Black Speaker. Hello, somebody. Really cool. I'm out of here though. It's kind of hot. I've been bumping my gums for a bit long. It was really cool to have people come up to me after the event as well to like just say what's up. It was really cool. So yeah, I have my content. I have my content person. She's gonna send me the stuff pretty soon here. I'm just thankful I was able to even have her come out because when I first asked her, she couldn't. But then she's like, yes, I can. I was like, yes, thank you, God. Yes. So everything really worked out. I'm so thankful. God is so good. And I'm so proud of myself. I am loud and proud. And I cannot help it. And guess what? I get rewarded in the fact that I don't.